What's up, GH peeps? What's happening? It's your girl, Tawari Babes, coming at you with a late night review for Monday. That's right, folks. It's Monday, May 20th, 2024. Can y'all believe we almost done with May already? It's a long month, too. And I'm like, what? May 20th is already here. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and you got to do whatever it is that you wanted to do, even if that meant sitting on your couch doing absolutely nothing. I hope you enjoyed yourself doing it. Mine's a little busy. Some house chores outdoor chores again that I just keep adding to my honey-do list for my own self. And plus the grandkids was over, so that was fun. We got to play in the dirt together. We got Monday knocked out, peeps. Woo-hoo! It's only upward and onward from here. We are officially done with Monday. How was GHing for you guys? Highs, lows, super lows, maybe super highs from the good acting, because we got some phenomenal acting from Finola and from Anna and Brennan, Finn and Gregory, Maurice and Laura Wright. Woo! Those scenes right. Oh my gosh. Jason's facial expressions while they're talking. Oh, and Sonny and Christina. Maurice and Kate. Yeah. Good acting. Little like Christina was really good with the physical part as far as like the body and the shaking and the fear and the trembling. No tears, which was strange. Even when Blaze gave her that towel, like, "What are you drying off?" But anyway, phenomenal acting. Lows. Oh my gosh, losing Gregory. I didn't, guys. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I was surprised. I was like, ooh. But I think it was more or less the Finn situation. I don't know why. I'm the oldest child. That's got to be why. I'm the oldest child of my mom, and Finn's the oldest kid. And we always feel like in some way we've given our parents a lot more hell than necessary. But and always wanting our parents' approval. It's, it's the oldest kid thing. I don't know, but that really connected with me. And then, like I said, all those other scenes, guys, I was all over the place. Okay. Please let me know how you guys felt about today's show. Leave a comment, your highlight moments. But those were mines. Well, yeah, some of mine. I might come up with some when I'm talking about today's show. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps get my video out in the soapy algorithms. We're having a really bad storm, so I'm hoping I don't lose my power before I get to finish this show. Anyway, the show starts off with Finn. And I titled this one, "Good Night and Goodbye, Sweet Gregory." Guys, and I knew it. I called it. And I knew it. I did. I called it. I said that we just want to get through this wedding. You know what I'm saying? And Gregory's going to come home. Him and Finn going to have that heart to heart. And he's going to pass away in his sleep that night. And I mean, I don't know if things... I don't know. Violet was being extra like, I love you, Grandpa. I love you, Grandpa. And it's just, I don't know. Gregory tells Finn that he truly appreciates him, even though he has not been the easiest, with the moving in and managing his medications, his appointments, dealing with a senior that's a father, dealing with that person that's dealing with a life unaliving illness. That Gregory was just not an easy person. And before Gregory, because he's telling Finn how much he appreciates his son. Like, I do appreciate everything you've done for me. I appreciate you putting up with me. And before Gregory can head off to bed, Finn lets him know that he appreciates what his dad said, that meant the world to him. Because he's always wanted his dad's love and acceptance, especially after he left, in the way he left. The way he left more. When Gregory tells Finn that Violet, because Finn talks about Violet moving on, getting married and all that, and Gregory tells Finn that Violet will always need her father. And Finn looked at him and said, and that's vice versa. And we know what he was saying. He will always need his dad. And I was like, oh my no. I felt that shit though, man. I felt it. But y'all know what this is leading us to, all right? We know, right? We know what this is leading us to. And Gregory finally clears the air about what he said, even though Finn states that he doesn't have to. And Gregory's like, "No, I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you how much I love you." And he missed the lashing out, and he really's not holding on to any of that BS. And he loves his sons fiercely, and he loves his son Finn fiercely. And he's a good, and he tells him he's a good man and he's a good father. And Finn tells him, well, that's because I always think to myself, what would my dad do? And you know what's crazy? That's how I do with my mom when I'm dealing with my kids. Well, what would my mom do? And I do. Even though I used to think she was crazy, she was crazy for a reason. But he tells Finn that you're a good son. You're my son. I love you. I was like, oh, no. I was doing what Kate Mansi was doing. Give me a dry towel. Guys, when I say oh my gosh, it's had me in my feels. And since Violet doesn't need tucking in anymore, because you know she grown and she a diva, Finn gets to tuck his dad in. Well, not all the way, because Gregory's like, you ain't tucking me in. And Finn's like, well, we ain't going that far. But watching Gregory watch his son take off his shoes, help him with this thing, he's looking at his son he adores his son. You've seen it in his eyes looking at him. You felt the energy. Man, guys, I'm telling you, this was phenomenal acting, okay? Phenomenal acting. I didn't even get distracted by Finn and his... I didn't even get distracted by that. You know he does it all the time. But Gregory, watching Gregory's eyes as Finn's taking, doing, helping him out, getting him ready to go to sleep. Watching that, you know what I'm saying? That's the way to pass. If you're going to pass, you're going to be surrounded by people who love you. But Gregory, he helps his dad get ready for bed, possibly for the last time. I put a big sad tear face because I was in it, guys. I was going through I watched the show twice and I couldn't dim down my emotions. Finn reaches out to after he leaves, he reaches out to Alexis, and while she's asking about the wedding, he blurts out that he did drink. And I wrote, I hope with Greg's passing that Finn doesn't start a new habit. Because you remember at the beginning he says, "Kid, I always will need my father." And now he's had this situation. And this probably would have been a situation that Gregory could have kind of helped him through, and he's not going to have anybody help him too. So I just hope he doesn't fall in the bottle. But Alexis tells him to forgive himself. He didn't fail, even if it's hard for people like them, people with addictions. You know what I'm saying? And that he didn't set out to drink. Finn's upset, and I feel him on this. 7 years of sobriety has just gone down the drain. And it's not even... Yeah, it is. It's all of that. It's every day that you fought to get to the next day. And then just to make one mistake. All those years. One mistake down the drain. And he don't even know that he lost his daddy yet. Alexis reminds him that he didn't intentionally drink, so he didn't do it on purpose. And she's right about that. And she reminds him that people do slip up, but they come back. And that's what the main thing that's important about the slip up is, that you don't slip up no more. You don't drink no more. You fight to come back, to get back those 7 years, to get back everything that you just slipped up and lost. And nobody's perfect. We're human. You know what I'm saying? She asked Finn to tell her that this is not the end of his sobriety. And my heart sank, because I'm thinking with Gregory's passing, and Finn and Alexis, what's going on with that, guys? Well, y'all feeling anything about? I mean, I know. Are they finally? I know there's Fliz is still a thing, but have y'all noticed that he doesn't turn to Elizabeth, and maybe he feels more comfortable talking to Alexis because they're both, in alcohol and, in this situation together. But is this trauma building, or are they building something on this? Is Finn gonna mess up and lose Elizabeth, and Alexis is gonna I mean, y'all let me know. Brooklyn and Chase, they have got the first part of the honeymoon down. Wow, wow, wow. And Brooklyn hungry. And you know what, guys? I ain't gonna front. That's reality. That's true. You will do I've been married. You will do everything to get that day going, to get that day on. You don't even think about the last thing. Yeah, we didn't eat. Our kids ate. We didn't eat. And she was like doing everything that was going on. They didn't eat either. Did I eat? I think he ate. I don't remember. I can't remember. I know I didn't. Okay, because I don't eat meat. And we went. They were. Yeah, whatever. Our friends did prepare a meal for us, and I really do appreciate that. But you know, we still were not really, because you were so caught. You're so caught up in the hello, yes, and you're glowing and you're flowing and you're floating. You know what I'm saying? You forget about eating. So she woke up. She hungry. After should I say, she hungry now, right? And thankfully, Olivia has made a food basket for him with wine and everything like that. And I'm like, Olivia is smart. See, she been there. She know when you're floating. That's a good person because that's another person who's thinking out the box. You know what I'm saying? We know she ain't got time to, and they ain't gonna have time to eat. And then they're supposed to be hopping a plane right after that. That's if they get to hop the plane, because it looks like something's going on with that. And I'm like, oh man, that means Chase gets to be real time about what's going on with his dad. They finally discussed Chase's mom not being there, and I guess she's away overseas. And Chase brings up the fact that he is used to his mom, you know, having to be gone for these kinds of jobs, even though it is still kind of strange that, you know, your baby's getting married, your only child is getting married. So, you know, I guess, you know, I'm not want to talk, but anyway, you know, well, no. Be there for my baby when they get married. I don't care. You just at the courthouse. Mommy gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So I still thought that was not really a good excuse. But then Chase brings up, you know, about the last time his mom was there and the whole entire chase and all that, and was tore his family apart. So it might be good that she's not there. And I'm like, damn, shipping my mouth already. So they answered the strangeness of his mother not being there, or should we say, they gave us a reason. Oh my gosh. We're going to head over to the Metro Court, guys. And I labeled this one, you know what I do to traitors. Because that's what Sonny basically said on the opening line. I kick them. That's what I do. When Jason grabbed Sonny, I thought to myself, it would be so crazy if Sonny shook himself out of Jason's arms and started whooping Jason's butt too. Just I would have been like, oh my God, Sonny has turned into the Incredible Hulk, and he is out here kicking everybody's ass. But that didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. But as Sonny says, I'm going to put a gun to both of y'all heads, Christina walks in and drops her cape. When he tells her it's not what you thinking, I'm like, girl, it's exactly what you're seeing and thinking. It's exactly, okay? Jason does not let go of Sonny craziness until Dex finally leaves the room. And first I was like, why is he not getting up and taking off? He keeps telling him, get up, go, leave. I didn't understand. For the minute he was just sitting there looking, but maybe it's because he was knocked confused. Cause y'all seen Sonny's swollen fingers. Y'all seen Sonny's fist. When Sonny says to Jason that he called Chris in there to see what happened, and Jason's like, dude, can you hear yourself? Can you hear yourself? He's like, no matter, whatever, stay away from me and my family. It looks like he's going to be the only one protecting you and your family, because you should be going to the clean. We'll get into that in a minute. Oh, I'm going to go into it right now. People are saying People are saying that he's not going to jail for this. He most definitely should be going to jail for this. You can't just keep going around kicking people's ass and getting out of, and not going to jail. That's not a reality, okay? Because if it was reality, there'd be a lot of bloody noses out in the real world. All right. So you, of course, who does Jason call? He calls the OG Corinthos Carly. I know you're gonna be like, no, Brenda ain't nowhere around, and Brenda never really dealt with that crazy guy. Carly did. Okay. Tells her Sonny is in trouble. And if you y'all let me know if Brenda's ever dealt with severe bipolar Sonny. Because I've only witnessed all factions of Carly. All three Carlys dealing with him. Christina is in the bathroom. Okay, we're going to head up to the Metro bathroom. Court bathroom. Christina is in the bathroom trying to calm herself. She's breathing. She's trying to... talking to herself, focusing on her breathing. She calls Allie, tells her she needs her. Of course, Sonny then comes in, almost falls through the door, talking about, let me explain. I'm like, Sonny, you need to stop. You, baby. Just give this girl some time, okay? We're going to flash over to Carly and Jason. So Carly shows up. She's like, well, where's Sonny at? And she is so shocked when Jason confirms about the fact that Sonny attacked Dex out in the open. Because, you see, she wasn't shocked that Sonny attacked Dex. She was shocked that Sonny attacked Dex out in the open. I'm going to get back to that. But she knows that Christina must be distraught, and she's so thankful that Jason was there to stop him. Jason tells her what happened, and she's like, oh my God, I just cannot believe you would do this in front of everybody at the wedding, after the wedding, or whatever. And we would be shocked too. If we didn't know that Sonny wasn't undrugged, we're going to say undrugged, because he's not drugged, he's undrugged. We would be shocked too. You know what I'm saying? And where was Carly going? Was she working at the Metro Court? Why was she all dressed up with a purse and everything? Like she was going somewhere, but I guess she might have been working at the Metro Court. But anyway, they're going to look for Sonny. Meanwhile, Sonny's in the bathroom pleading his case to Christina. He just needs to shut up and leave. And okay, so I'm going to say this before I get into this. Maurice was phenomenal, okay? He was top tier. Like, I feel like he earned some, I don't know how I forgot what kind of awards they get. He was top tier, honey, in this one right here. He even put out the stutter. Sonny put out the stutter. Dex and Jason, they turned on me. And tells her that she doesn't have to be scared of him. She's like, I don't want to hear this. I ain't trying to hear this. And when she approaches her, she's like, don't come near me. And her chin shaking, and she's shaking, and I'm like, okay, Kate Mansi, you pulling it out, girl. And he pleads with her to not be afraid of him, and she begs him to leave, and then she finally breaks down. She's taking deep breaths, telling her baby, it's okay, because as she's breaking down, she's got to remember she's pregnant. Okay, well, and the baby's moving, because now the baby's moving. Well, if she was truly pregnant and going through that kind of stress and trauma, that baby would be moving. Moving, kicking, it's freaking out. Because it doesn't know why mommy's heart rate's all suddenly going loud. The loud voices, her fear in her voice, because baby knows everything. It's like y'all are like symbiotic almost. You know what I'm saying? Not even almost. And she pops in her head. She's like, okay, I gotta calm down. It's okay, baby. We're okay. Because she feels the baby moving inside of her. And this just lets me know this is a more bonding experience for her and this baby. And I wrote, Maurice and Kate Mansi killed this scene. They killed this scene. But I was waiting for Kate to at least tear up once. 1 tear, 2 tears, a little smudge of a tear, red rim tears. No tears at all. Which is strange. Because the shaking and the labored breathing was all on point. All on point. For real. Like, if the tears would have been coming, I would have started. I think I would have started crying. I'm pretty sure I would have. You know what I'm saying? But even still, with all that, I was still in my emotions, and I watched it a second time. Meanwhile, Carly finds Sonny, and Jason is waiting in the background. You know why? Because he better make sure that Sonny don't go crazy on my Carly. Because that's the only thing I'm thinking now is, oh my gosh, how he's so erratic. He better not go in. He better not do anything, trying to grab her or do anything crazy to Carly. I don't know why I thought that, but I got instant anxiety. Okay? Motherfucker, don't touch my Carly now. And he's like, Jason call you? She didn't say nothing. And I wrote, yes. Because everybody knows when you're on your bipolar fit, she's honestly the only one who knows how to play ball with your ass. Y'all let me know if y'all disagree with that. I don't know any other female that he's dealt with that had to deal with all of those different levels of Sonny. But Sonny is definitely mad at Carly for stopping him from taking out Dex at the Pine Barrens. And that's when he was showing his fist. And I was like, oh my gosh. Guess he gonna have to ice him down again after he did the Cyrus. And she asked him, is that what Christina heard you say? I don't know what Christina heard me say. He honestly probably doesn't know everything she heard him say, but she said it hurt enough. The bastard grabbed me and I beat his ass. And okay, guys, bear with me on this one, all right? I'm kind of both ways on this. I mean, technically, if this was the real world situation, Dex should honestly be wearing cement shoes. I mean, we've all watched Godfather, Goodfellas, and various mafia movies. Come on, guys. We've all watched mafia movies. Technically, Dex should be wearing cement shoes. The fact that he's allowed to walk around and join the police department? Come on, guys. Even in the real mafia shows, them snitches got stitches. Or they were hid so far underground that the gangsters that they snitched on could not get their hands on them. So this whole entire thing about Dex walking around, joining the police department is a bunch of garbage. Because Sonny's a gangster. He's a gangster. And I was watching Frank and James Lott and James Lott, JOJ Media last night. And he brought the point. Sonny is a gangster. He's bad man. It's kind of nice. It's not even kind of nice. It's nice that they're bringing it up that Sonny, this is what he is. This is who he is. And we shouldn't be shocked. We should be, oh my God, this dude snitched on him. He was set in there to set Sonny up. He was sent in there to set Sonny up. Cement shoes. I'm sorry. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I mean, I'm not going to change my mind about how I feel about this. Because we all know in the real world that this would not have been going down so smoothly. Well, like I said, snitches get stitches. Carly asks where is Chris, and Sonny tells her that she's in the restroom. And he says, my little girl is afraid of me. Meanwhile, Christina is telling Blaze what happened. And guys, I don't know. It's like she was talking to Blaze, but I don't think Blaze was hearing her. You know what I'm saying? I know the first thing, Blaze was right to be nervous about the baby and make sure the baby was okay. But I don't really think Blaze was hearing her. And maybe it was because Blaze is like, dude, your dad's a gangster. I'm from Puerto Rico. You know what gangsters do down there? Or was she from Puerto Rico? I forgot where they're at. This island Puerto Rico? I think the island's Puerto Rico. If the island's of Puerto Rico, come on. Gang violence? They get busy down there too. Okay? But anyway, she's like, I feel like a fool, and everyone told her about her dad, and then she brought up Sonny's code of ethics. I'm like, girl, swash with that code of ethics. It only matters when it's in the best interest of Sonny. But I digress, but that's real. She talked about how she was defending him, and I don't even know who that man was. And I wrote, honestly, you do, Chris. They just writing it so that you forgot about your past history with your father. I'm not going to say she ever seen Sonny take nobody out, but she's seen Sonny in his actions. That's all I'm going to say. When he didn't necessarily take. I'm just going to say this. Anybody that knows what kind of lifestyle Sonny is in should not be shocked. Guess who was not shocked? Carly. What was Carly shocked about? The fact that he did it in public. She wasn't shocked that he did it. She don't like the fact that he did it, but she wasn't shocked. Why? Because Dex is a traitor. Okay, this is I just we cannot turn this around and make it look like, oh my gosh, Dexy Wexy. But anyway, Blaze gives Christina a towel to dry her dry tears and asks again about the baby. And Christina's like, look, dude, the baby is fine. My dad is a villain, okay? My dad is a whole villain. He was angry, violent, brought up how Sonny said he would empty the whole clip. But I was like, he said he was going to empty the clip on them? I don't remember that, but damn. And Blaze's facial expressions, though, as Christina's talking, and like I said, she gave me the look of, your dad's a gangster, but I'm concerned about the baby. Meanwhile, Sonny's talking about protecting his daughter even from himself. And I'm like, what about your other two daughters? You have two more. You have two very young, impressionable daughters. Are you going to go home to Avery with this right now? So you're going to go home to Avery in this mood with the swollen knuckles. And you wonder why Carly's like, you can't, I'm not bringing Donna over. This Donna, no. Donna, no. And guys, I am sorry. I am not one for mothers to keep fathers from their children. I am not one for that. I will never co-sign to that. This time I'm like, I'm so in the middle, like, girl, I don't know, you got to protect Donna, girl. I hate saying that. I hate saying that. Because we all know Sonny would never technically hurt his kids, but then we watch what happened to Michael and then poor Morgan and all that mess. I'm just saying. Moving along. Carly brings up that there is a part of Sonny that Chris has never seen. And I'm like, what part? This part? Carly's still making excuses for his behavior. I put that in there. I digress, though. I'm not going to talk about that. But she also brings up that part that he is even scares himself. And she reminds him that it's just a part of him. And basically, he's more good than bad. He's a loving father. He's like, well, no. That's not what Christina sees. She's scared of me. She flinched when I tried to approach her. And Carter's like, dude, you just did this. This is like 5 seconds ago. It's just happened. You're going to have to give it some time. And when she said that, it brought me back to when they were going through their thing and she was asking him to give her some time. It brought me right back to that. Right back to that. But she's going to eventually remember the father that she's loved. And she will. She will. She will. Sonny says he's not sure. This line right here broke me and Jason. Okay? Sonny says he isn't sure anyone loves him anymore. Jason's face, my face, Carly's face. And I know Sonny's an asshole, but that hurt. Okay? And Jason had a pained face at those words. He loves his brother. You could tell he does not like what's happening to Sonny. And once he finds out what's going on with Sonny, and he finds out who's behind it, I feel very bad for them. Very bad for them. Jason's been a good guy, but he might go bad just to take care of these fools. If Sonny don't do it first. Or Carly don't do it first. Carly tells him that his kids will always love him. And she will too. And that Christina just wouldn't be upset if she didn't love her father. And this is true. This is true. Even if they are acting like Christina didn't know that her daddy was a thug, this is true. She wouldn't care if she didn't love him. And I wonder if they're trying to do this with Christina and Sonny, kind of how like Sam and Julian is. And I hope not. Oh my gosh, because Sam, well, Julian was a hot mess though. But still, I'm just going to leave it alone. He actually let Carly touch him now. He was so calm. She put her hand on, she had kept her hand on him the whole entire time. So obviously she's okay to touch him. Dex, no. Jason, get your hands off me. Carly, you can touch my hand. You can touch my arm. She tells Carly that Christine is afraid of him. Carly tells him, well, you can't change or explain this away. Like I said, this just happened. But Carly reminds him that was that this was just 5 minutes, and 5 minutes does not equal to a lifetime of love and understanding from his daughter. And Sonny agrees, but he knows Chris will be expecting and be afraid that he could do it again. And Carly says, well, don't do it. And he says, I can't make that promise, Carly. And honestly, this is the same conversation that Sonny has had with Alexis when it came to Christina when she was a baby. The same conversation that he's had with Brenda. Same conversation he's had with Carly multiple times. The same conversation he's had with Kate and Connie. Anybody come in his life that he cared about. You can't promise him that he can't become violent for a situation, because certain situations will need to be caused to be violent. And I wrote, sad truth is he is a gangster, so he's being honest. So he walks. Jason walks in, and she tells Jason that she doesn't think she's ever seen something like this. And I'm like, you know what? You have, Carly. You have seen something like this. He's just normally very, very terrible to you at the same time. And this time he wasn't. He normally would tear into her. I was really nervous about that. I was nervous about how they were. I mean, after the Dex thing, was he going to, I'm not going to say that Sonny would ever physically harm a female, but verbally? He didn't, though. He didn't attack her one time. Carly's not sure that she got through to Sonny, but Jason tells her that she did, and she's scared for him. She's scared for her boo. And I don't know what's going on with Carly and Sonny, but I do, if they never get back together, I do want them to be solid. I want them to be a solid co-parenting team. I want them to be still Sonny and Carly against the world. And not like, where she's like weird about like she was with Jason, but they got each other's backs. Okay, so we're going to leave this one. This is the last one, so we're going to go ahead on over to when Joss sees Dex, and she convinces him to go to GH to get stitches, because Dex was not going to go. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to. She's like, no, you got to go. You look like you need stitches. He tells her that he didn't want to fight back, but he knows that Sonny wanted to take him out. And I wrote, well, you are a traitor and a snitch. Guys, I'm sorry. I have to say the real reality of the fakeness of this. He's a traitor and a snitch. He came in to bring Sonny down. We can't just sit here and be like, oh, he changed his mind, so it's all good. I feel Sonny on that shit. And because Sonny had cared about Carly and more or less Joss, it's why Dex is not alive. Is still alive. But to join the police department? That was antagonizing. That was antagonistic to Sonny, to say the least. It's bad enough you were sent to bring me down, but now you're working with the people that want to bring me down, and then the first thing that Dex does is he runs to snitch on Sonny. Sonny wasn't lying. He is a snitch and a traitor. Dex brings up the fact that they used to care about each other. Bro, what, a year, bro? Really? Boy, bye. You came into this man's organization to take him down. The care started because you started caring for him. You were playing him the whole entire time. You didn't even give him the option to really know what you were about in the first place. I can't do this, guys. I can't. That's what I can't do, and I'm not. And then when you had the chance, you gave the evidence away to Anna anyway. When Joss says that she's glad that Jason stopped him, Dex lets her know Jason might have grabbed him up, but Chris stopped him. And I was like, no, I think it was pretty much Jason. I mean, not the threats for, wanting to take your ass out and all that, but the fight was over. There was no more beating you up. Jason was not going to let Sonny down. And I want to say that Jason could restrain Sonny enough. If you get up and leave, you would get up and leave. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Maybe people do think Christina did have some stop to that. I think the only thing she stopped was the verbal assaults, because he wasn't going to physically harm Dex no more. That's all I got to say about Violet. Oh, meanwhile, Anna visits Bryn, and he wakes up and looks at her, and she's like, oh my goodness, you are gorgeous. And I'm like, you know what? Finola was looking fine, honey. She's just a beautiful woman. She is a beautiful woman. I am not lying. And he's like, no wonder Valentine's so obsessed with her. He sure is. Ah. But Anna lets him know that he's going to make a full recovery. No vital organs. Perfectly shivved accident, huh? And Anna's all onto his shit. He tells her those vicious thugs in Pentonville were just too much for him. And it's like, boy, stop. You almost snapped an instructor's neck. Stop. Don't do that. And we all gotta remember 2 chops in the head. He's like, well, I've been on the desk lately, so I'm more of a soft guy. I'm in my soft guy era. I'm all soft and shit. Me and Anna looking at this motherfucker like, boy, soft like what? Like wool that scrapes your skin off? She is not falling for his helpless act and knows that he is more dangerous when he appears harmless. And she is not lying. Mr. Zip Ties. Speaking of zip ties, they discuss Carly and the visit and the zip tie event. Oh, I just carry them around. It's occupational hazard. I just have them, It's like, like you put your watch in. You put your watch on. You put your zip ties in your back pocket, because you can't go far without them zip ties. I'm telling you right now, if I ever met anybody that walked around with zip ties, sus. You're suspect for real. If I'm not shooting you, I'm throwing bricks at you and running and screaming rape. If I ever gotten dude, you better be an electrician. This better be in with your wiring. No, I'm sorry. Zip ties. He then says that that when she's talking about the reason why he stabbed himself. Oh, I stabbed myself so I could see Carly. You have to love Brennan and his wit, okay? I'm sorry. You have to, right? Because it's genius. And I'm pretty sure Carly's crazy ass is going to come see him. Anna lets him know that he may be good at this game, but she's better. And all I can say, guys, is I am looking forward to this dance. It is getting hot and juicy on GH. And I know that we're going through another writing change. And now Elizabeth Corte is the head writer. And everybody's like, oh, rah, rah, rah. I'm not getting caught up in this. First of all, GH has always been up and down. Slow and fast. It's always been that way. If you've watched General Hospital, it's always been that way. Yeah, we've had way more aggressive and crazy stories, and I'm really hoping that we do get some this year too. But I'm not going to give up on GH because it's not just the show for me, it's also an historical feeling. When I watch GH, I feel like I'm sitting with my mom, and I'm a little girl, and I'm being real quiet because if I make too much noise, she going to make me leave. But I do hear a lot of the talk going around. I'm not a Twitter person. I don't really follow the Facebook feeds. I don't really get involved with that because I don't like all the negative energy. And I feel like we have enough shows that give that energy, that negativity. I don't need it, so I don't follow it. But as far as my opinion about, I'm a ride or die GHer. I'll ride out until GH is over. It would have to be very deplorable in order for me to leave. As far as how I feel about Frankie Valentini, guys, he's the one who's keeping that show on. I know people are like, rah, 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 but he keeps that show under budget, right? Because if it was over budget, do you really think General Hospital would still be on? So I just don't. I mean, we've had so many different writing regimes with General Hospital. It's just like another day, guys. And for me, it's better than watching some of the other stuff like The First Wives and The Lives of Atlanta and this, that, and all these different fake reality shows. I'll pass. I don't even like watching TV that much anyway. I think I've said all I had to say. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. You guys are so phenomenal. You guys are truly the wind beneath my wings. I want to come on just so I can say my peace of mind and see what you guys have to say. We are going to be doing a live this weekend. I'm really thinking about doing a live this weekend. I have things set up. I'm going to probably be doing some tests to see how that works out, but hopefully we could do a live this weekend. I would like some of my OGs that have been hanging out with me tough to come on that live. So if any of you have any ideas about what time frames work for y'all, I might be able to, work around that. But I just like to see y'all face and see what y'all, like, what we talking ain't right at y'all faces, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. I'm going to wrap this up. You guys are truly amazing, like I said before. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Peace and good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Be blessed and sleep well.